right. So yes, it's Prospecting Power Hour. We meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:30 Eastern. And Tanya, please explain what we do.
Okay, well, this is our most exciting time of the week when we hold each other accountable for things that we already know we should be doing, like making phone calls. And each of us go around and we'll unmute ourselves and we'll share who we are intending to call today. And sometimes we call our sphere of influence or past clients just to stay in touch and have those forward question conversations. Sometimes we're following up on kvCore or Facebook leads that we have, cold leads, and Rob is our resident expert on converting those cold leads. And sometimes we're prospecting a neighborhood, like Paige is really good. And that's one of my favorite things to do also, is focus in a neighborhood that maybe we have a buyer that's looking to move into, or maybe we have just taken on a listing and we want to let all of the neighbors know about it, or maybe we're just trying to use those neighbors to find out information of anybody who might consider selling, and that we have a bunch of buyers that would be interested in that neighborhood. So we call that prospect dialing, basically, or prospecting a neighborhood kind of a thing.
Circle prospecting.
Circle prospecting, thank you. And then sometimes we are calling people that we just need to follow back up with on leads that we have from whatever the other sources are. So again, what we do is we go around, we say who we're calling, and then we mute ourselves, right? And then we still keep our video on because we want to, cheer each other on. And when we do a little high five virtually, we can see, oops, somebody got an appointment. That's awesome. Then we come back after an hour, I set the timer, and we unmute ourselves again, and we go around and share our successes. How many dials did we make? But more importantly, how many connections, phone calls, conversations did we actually have? And what were the results from those conversations? Did we set an appointment? And if we didn't set an appointment, maybe it's a past client or somebody that we have a follow-up to do. Maybe we learned they're taking a vacation and we want to buy them a book so they know how to travel in that particular country, or whatever the case may be. Maybe we learned that they're sick with COVID and we want to send them a little get well package, or maybe it's just you want to drop flowers off. But there needs to be a follow-up for each of these conversations that we're having, and a personal note is always a great thing to do for that as well. So that's what the intention is today, and awesome. We're just going to go around and say who we're calling. Oh, Tamara, that's a nice picture.
A beautiful picture. Well, and also I just want to say we do turn our cameras on so we can see each other, and even don't worry about what you look like. Like I didn't put no makeup on. I put some clothes on. Okay. I comb my hair. I put it up. I have no makeup on and my glasses. So don't worry about what you look like.
There's no judgment. The point is that we're here, we're showing up for something that, left to my own device, I won't do it. I know that I'm supposed to be making phone calls, but until Sylvia started this group, or I found out about Sylvia in this group, I would always find something else to do with that time block. Even though I had it on my calendar, I would always find somebody else to follow up and put out fires and do all those other things instead of trying to grow my business, whether it's following up with people I already know or cold leads, whatever it is, I need to be making these phone calls. And so this hour twice a week has been invaluable to me. And then the other thing we do is we kind of go through afterwards and hear what kind of problems we had or experienced, and we troubleshoot, we mastermind, we come up with solutions, and just share what best practices we've been using that's worked, or making suggestions for each other to really empower all of us to learn from each other, which I think is amazing that we are able to just share like that with everybody.
Yeah, it's great collaboration. So yeah. Awesome. All right. So with that, Tanya, who are you going to call?
I am still working on calling all of my past clients in my my top 50 list to invite them to my I Love You a Latte event, which is next month. So that's who I'm still focusing on today.
I love it. Okay.
Paige, how about you?
So last week when I was circle prospecting the neighborhood, in 1 hour, I connected with 4 people and had long conversations with 4 people. And there are literally like well over 100 people in this neighborhood that I want to connect with. So I'm just going to pick back up and start calling around that same neighborhood. And, I'm specifically looking for one client who wants to purchase in this particular neighborhood. It's in very high demand. So I'm just trying to be proactive to see if there's anybody that's considering selling. Maybe I can partner them with my buyer, and then also just maybe pick up a new listing. So, or 2 or more.
That's awesome. Love it.
Thanks.
Rob, what about you?
Facebook leads.
Awesome.
They're piling up. Gotta call them.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay. Who was after that? Jackie, maybe you were next.
Yes, I am going to be calling on kvCore leads that I've had infused from Z buyers, sellers. I've sent several of them the listing valuation report, so I'm following up on those today.
Awesome. Okay. Tamara, what about you?
I have 139 Facebook leads that I have got to follow up with as well.
I love it. Okay. Kelly, you're new, or I haven't seen you or met you yet. So welcome. Thank you for being here with us. So we're just
Thank
going
you.
around and sharing who we're planning on calling, and then we'll mute ourselves, call for an hour, and then unmute and kind of share our successes, how many dials we made, how many connections and phone calls we actually had, and then if we had any appointments or follow-ups from there. So who will you be calling?
I have a list of absentee owners that I'm going to reach out to.
Oh, that's a great. Okay. Is it an area that you're geo-farming as well?
No, it's just a list that whenever I find vacant houses or distressed houses, I just make a note of it. I keep a little pad in my car because
Oh.
those have been usually my best. I've always done
Brilliant.
pretty good with those.
I love that. What market are you in, Kelly? Where are you?
I'm in the Triad. I live in Jamestown, North Carolina, but it's the Winston-Salem, High Point, Greensboro, North Carolina area.
Okay. Okay, great. And what brokerage are you with?
The Premier Group of EXP.
Oh, same with
EXP,
Sylvia.
yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Sylvia, who are you calling?
I'm actually gonna call agents today because I have a little Facebook ad out there like, hey, if you were interested in joining our team. So anybody, you know, by the way, if you're with EXP, you can do this as long as you don't say, hey, join EXP. If you say, are you interested in joining our team or whatever, you know, you can do a little Facebook ad. So that's what I did. And I have some people to call from that. So I'm gonna call that.
Fantastic.
Tracking
So
calls.
before I have everybody mute ourselves, one of the things we like to send you off with is just a little affirmation that I am a master inventory creator. So I'll kind of repeat that in your mind and say that, and just know that each of these people that are going to pick up that phone are so excited to hear from you. They have been waiting for a true professional just like you to give them a call, give them great advice, honest, which is what they need, and really a professional advice, because I think that's where a lot of people are lacking, is not getting true professional advice. So be the hero for them and make the connections, find the houses that the buyers need and make that match. And Sylvia, you are just going to have a great conversation, several of them with agents that have been waiting for an awesome leader like you. So go mute yourselves, make great calls, and wishing you guys all great success.
$10:45.
Yeah. That's what I got. We're on a countdown now. So